And so it was just like that Zuffa Boxing, led by Dana White, has entered the arena of the sport of boxing. They've now had their first card. It was successful, and it was daylight access into a new corner for boxing. Let's talk about Zuffa Boxing and what's ahead. Zuffa Boxing has officially kicked off, and thanks to the likes of Turkey Al-Sheikh and Dana White throwing their business acumen into the sport of boxing and their funding, we're going to see a new angle in the corner sport of boxing as they embark upon a new league with a new championship. And many people are intrigued by what will happen, but there are naysayers who are speaking against this collaboration. There are also those who are apprehensive because they feel that the shock to the culture and change within the sport is something that these two men are threatening the livelihoods of those who have feasted on where boxing currently finds itself. But on Friday, January 23rd, the first Zuffa event took place. And to the degree that it happened, it was successful, where we had Callum Smith facing the likes of Carlos Ocampo in a main event. We also saw Misrael Rodriguez taking on Austin DeYanda, and Julian Rodriguez taking on Kane Sandoval. As this card came together, the fights were entertaining and intriguing. And as we saw the event come to its conclusion, the post-fight press conference hosted by Dana White let us know that we can expect very soon more names and high-profile fighters to join what the sport has to offer with these names. With the like of Jai Opataya, who has signed with Zuffa, and he is going to be featured in an upcoming card where he mentioned March 3rd, possibly, if not let's just say a March date. But Dana White wasn't necessarily ready to come out and confirm that, but asked at the post-fight press conference, he did say yes. Next question. In other words, he's not trying to let the cat out of the bag too much, but you can tell by the excitement from Opataya, who is a cruiserweight champion, 29-0 with 23 KOs, finding it hard to find opposition to face him so he can prove that he is the best in the world. The other cruiserweight champions that have held the sanctioning bodies titles are staying away from Opataya, who has held the IBF and the Ring Magazine titles. He is a two-time IBF champion, having defeated Marius Bradis twice, and has proven himself to be the best at the division as long as the others do not fight him. It is not his fault that the others don't want to comply. But when you think about the management and promoters of those other fighters, you can tell exactly these are the type of things that Dana White hopes to clean up in the sport with Zuffa Boxing. The best fighting the best, and the best fighting their number one contenders, following the format that is not unlike the UFC. This is where the fighters can get the optimum out of their purses, in the meantime taking on the optimum challenges. This is all set in stone, as far as Dana White is concerned. The bouts are also incentive laden, where participants and grand winners will be given bonuses. That is something that is inspiring as well, because we know that the fighters do a lot to make weight and to compete. Zuffa 2 is already set on the horizon, and we're going to see the likes of a futuristic situation of heavyweights coming together, whether they're champions or not. There are talks right now that the Efe Ajagba fight with Prince Charles Martin, will be facing one another on a Zuffa card. Possibly the next one, if not Zuffa 3. Martin against Ajagba is a great heavyweight fight with guys who are looking for opportunity and the exposure that boxing will bring. This needs to happen when fighters are able to face each other, and it doesn't have to be a great card as far as superstar status, but it's the whole thing about presenting the best, fighting the best. The Sunday, February 1st card, which will feature Jose Valenzuela taking on Diego Torres in a bout which will feature catch weight of lightweight fighters, because we will see men trying to compete in the best manner possible. Valenzuela has been fighting at super lightweight, but this time it'll be just below that. And when these two men face each other on this particular card, we will see other matchups such as Sergey Bohachuk taking on Razhab Butayev at middleweight, which is a very, very good competitive fight. Zuffa is doing its thing, and people need to tune in and support. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Leave comments and let me know what you think. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.